Poor puppy.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Well, yeah, it's going to take me a minute to walk to the post. Yeah, I started this DLC with about, I don't know, I think I had 70,000 crowns at the time, and now I've only made the feline grandmastered, and I only made this grandmastered. I didn't even bother making the bear or the griffin mastered because I didn't wear them. They're enhanced, and that was a waste of money. I'm kind of pissed off that I can't fix up the house of the servants. That could use some paint.
I work up to my chin and I caught some rot.
Okay, guys.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
I was unhappy with how the black dye worked on the feline armor. That kind of bothered me. It didn't look that good. The other colors really don't look that good either.
Unexpected as ever.
Yay!
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
I like some of the mechanics that this brought up with the bed. You could sit down on the bed and you got more you got a bonus for things.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want. You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh, yeah, the unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Awesome.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other
David
sorceresses to
Spade?
feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
So she doesn't arrive until after you complete the main quest, or does she arrive before you complete the main quest? If you do something else.
So, talk again later.
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Ba, ba, ba. Oh yeah, the present. The puissant. Oh, so there's a point in the prison, and you can pick up the soap off the floor, and when you pick up the soap off the floor, Geralt, it bends over, and someone does a wolf whistle, goes... It's hilarious to me, sorry.
Oh, I'd stomp wine with that one. We would stomp till we were ready.
Dear Geralt, if you're reading these words, it means I'm already far away. I don't want to read. This mechanic. I like this mechanic. What did we just get? Mutagen? Night? Mutagenerator? What the fuck's that? Clearly I never did that quest yet. Oh yeah, I was on the way to doing most of the side quests. But then, while I was watching when I was doing this earlier, friends wanted to go to the story, so we went to the story. But I've gotten most of them done. Most of the other small bitty things done. Have to kill a... Wait a minute. Have to kill 100 monsters to fill it. Fill what? Yeah, so this is the only one that I failed out of everything, out of the the vanilla game, the other DLC, and this DLC. And this is because it warned me that if you go forward, you're not going to be able to do some of these things. You get a greater mutagen when filled. That's just stupid. I already have greater mutagens. I have greater mutagens up the ass. And we all should have greater mutagens up the ass. I mean, if you do the story far enough. See, that's stupid because look at this. I know I have well over 300 mutagens. I failed. It failed because I started the end of the story before too soon. I should have finished that quest before I went to the end of the story. I put most of my points into signs. And then I switch out the signs as needed to whatever I want it to be. Yes, to 623, whatever. That box should be full. But as you can see, I didn't do that mutagen quest that I got at the beginning of the game. I should have done that. This one. Ugh. That's the black one from the vampire castle. That's the cat one that's been changed to black, but it still is blue and a lot of brown. That's the griffin that I never finished. That's the enhanced griffin. What am I doing? This is so stupid. I'm not keeping this save. I'm going to go back to the other save. So it's like I don't need any of this. Yeah, the John Tesha Mutton. Mutna. Muna. Alright. I'm just going to load up this save. Where's that set? The all red set. I'll have to look that up tomorrow. Meanwhile, it's 3:18 in the morning for me and I should be in bed. Oh, so if you do the Elder Vamp thing, you can get that. Is it worth it, I wonder? So this is where I was earlier. I decided to do this, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to go back and do this stuff. Did you um have your characters being leveled up with you, or does that game automatically level them up for you? Because I know there's that option in gameplay. You can change it, have characters be leveled up to you. I started out with Death March. I've never done a second playthrough. This is all my first playthrough. And I hate to say this, but I'm probably not going to do a game, uh, uh, version plus, a new game plus playthrough. It's not a bad game. I just don't want to have to do it all again. Plus, I'm sure there's going to be another game that I want to play instead. I'll just say this. It was supposed to be No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky isn't coming out. I learned with the Batman Arkham Knight, which is kind of like the first game I played, that I should have started Batman Arkham Knight on the hardest difficulty because I've gotten really good at playing this game because I started playing at the hardest difficulty. That and my character's really well leveled up. Why is there a quest near my house? This is the saddle that the devil gives you in the Hearts of Stone quest.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Witcher, I've a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you.
Ugh. Yeah, the devil. I know, I love that. That was hilarious. A mirror merchant. That made me laugh when I heard that. Hey, Ryan. Awesome. I'd say ditto, but that just sounds weird. I need to go to bed. Why am I still playing this?
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her.
I'm going to tell Yennefer. You know I'm going to tell Yennefer.
Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged. Ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wanted to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting. Her father, a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand? Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, We must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Crap.
Apply all the skills you mentioned on a daily basis, and against monsters, not targets and dummies. Don't need any training. Going straight to the tourney grounds to...
Right. That's starting the whole tournament quest, and I can't do that. Now. My dog's sitting here looking at me like I'm supposed to be going to bed, and he's wondering why I am not going to. Oh, I have not gone to bed.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin. Damn. Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it. Trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Won't learn anything else here. Map Yen sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Eldarin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine. Site marked on the map's all wet now. San Retour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location.
I hate portals. Someone has to say it.
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
Alright, I am like way too sleepy to continue this, unfortunately. So I'm going to pick this up tomorrow after I wake up. Probably sometime around 11 a.m. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $6 from now ish. All right. TTFN. Good night, y'all.